I've grown to love wide-angle photos. There's just something about those ultra-wide shots that bend the world in a very unique way. I mean, the lens choice is always a personal preference and depends on what you're going for, but for me, as a nature and landscape kinda guy, a wide-angle zoom is my number one choice. I also prefer smaller lenses because I move around a lot while shooting, so when Canon came out with their RF 14-35mm f4L IS USM lens, I got really excited. A focal range of 14-35mm, L-series image quality and image stabilization at only 540 grams, that just sounds perfect. But it is an f4 lens and that's not too fast. And it is almost 2,000 euros or $1,700, but the lens just seemed perfect for me, so I got one. And now I've used it for almost half a year. And spoiler alert, I love it. I mean, it's not all perfect, but let's start off with the good stuff. So first of all, the RF 14-35 is an extremely versatile lens. I don't think I've ever used a lens that can do this much in the wide end. The 14mm is incredibly wide and the 35mm is a really nice medium wide focal length. You can get those gorgeous landscape shots and you can actually get really close with this lens. A lot closer than what I would have thought. I mean, we are talking about a wide angle zoom lens, but I could even dare to say that it has a bit of macro in it. And that is insane. Now, obviously it's not full macro, but it does focus very close. The autofocus is just mind-blowing. It's fast, accurate and silent. And with my R6, this is the best combo I have ever used in terms of autofocus on any system. The image stabilization gives a nice little bonus for this lens. Personally, I hate using a tripod, and with this lens I am happy to use a little longer exposures for my landscape shots even without a tripod. The build quality of this lens is what you would expect from an L-series lens. It feels really good in every possible way. The lightweight of the lens balances very nicely with the R-series Canon cameras, and the lens is weather sealed. But what about the image quality? It is a Canon L-series lens, so you would expect the image quality to be fantastic. And it is, but it's not the best out there. The image quality is really good, but there's nothing too special about it. It is sharp and the images look good, but that's just about it. You wouldn't notice anything bad about it in most use cases, but it does have its issues. Which leads us to the bad stuff about this lens. Now, as I said, the image quality is good, but is it the quality of a 2,000 euro or a $1,700 lens? Honestly, I don't think so. The lens has a lot of vignetting at the widest focal lengths. For videos, it does get cropped out because of the aspect ratio, but for photos this is an issue. It's an easy fix either in camera or in post, but the vignetting is very bad. It might even be the worst I have ever seen on any lens. Basically, the corners of the image will be completely black at 14mm, so if you want photos without vignetting, you aren't really looking at a 14mm lens, but more of a 16mm, which sucks because this is a 14-35mm lens. There is also some barrel distortion, but that doesn't really bother me. For architectural photography though, that might be an issue. All in all, I love this lens. After I got it, I haven't really used other lenses too much, because this one is amazing. But is it worth the price? In my opinion, for my use, yes, definitely. But the lens does have its flaws. If you need a 14mm lens without vignetting, don't buy this one. If you need to have straight lines all across the image without any corrections, this isn't the one for you. However, if you want an incredibly versatile wide-angle zoom lens with great image quality and you are fine with an f4, this might just be the lens you are looking for. And that is exactly what I wanted, so I got one. And after using it for half a year, the Canon RF 14-35mm f4L IS USM has become my favorite lens of all time. So that is my take on the Canon RF 14-35. I hope this was helpful for you. If there's something that you'd like to know about this lens that I didn't talk about, just drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to help you out. And I just want to say I'm not sponsored by Canon in any way. I bought this lens with my own money and I just absolutely love this lens. There's so much good stuff about it. But as I said, it does have its flaws. It's not a perfect lens by any means. I just love it. It's my favorite lens ever. But I know it has some issues that might make it a very bad choice for you. So not a perfect lens, but perfect for me, and I love this lens. But that is all for today. I actually made an unboxing and first impressions video about this lens once I got it, and you can check that out here. And I filmed a travel video almost fully with this lens. There are a few shots that are not filmed on this, but most of it is filmed with this lens, so you can check that out here. Thank you for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next one.